Hi, my friends. It's Jovi. Today, would like to talk to you about how to recognize signs of depression. A very common thing nowadays. And just that you know, feeling down from time to time is a normal part of our life. But when emotions such as hopelessness and helplessness and despair take hold of you and just don't go away, you may have depression. Depression makes it tough to function and to enjoy life like you once did. Just getting through the day can be a hard thing to do and being overwhelming. No matter how hopeless you feel, you can get better. Don't worry. Learning about depression is the first step you can do to overcome the problem, and you have many things you can do to help yourself out. So we're going into the first question. How do you experience depression? Everyone is experiencing it in another way. It really varies. Some people may describe depression as living in a black hole or having a feeling of impending doom, or others feel lifeless, empty, and apathetic. Men, in particular, may feel angry, restless, and being violent. And no matter how you experience depression is a different form, is different from being sad. It's really a feeling which affects your day-to-day life, interfering with your ability to walk, talk, study, eat, sleep, and having fun. Some people feel like nothing will change ever, but it's important to remember that feelings of helplessness or hopelessness are symptoms of depression and not the reality of your situation. And you can do things today to start feeling better. The question is, what are the symptoms of depression? How can I recognize it? Depression varies from person to person, but there are some common signs of the symptoms. It's important to remember that the symptoms can be part of life's normal laws, but the more symptoms you have, the stronger they are, the longer they last, the more likely is that you are really dealing with a depression. I have some notes here so that I don't forget anything, because it's quite an expansive topic. So, what can symptoms be? For example, feelings of helplessness and hopelessness, a bleak outlook, nothing ever can get better anymore, nothing can change or improve your situation. You can experience a loss of interest in daily activities. You don't care anymore about former hobbies you had, pastimes you had, social activities, even sex doesn't interest you anymore. You have lost your ability to feel joy and pleasure. Appetite or weight changes can be a sign. Significant weight loss or weight gain can be a sign. Say a change of more than 5% of your normal weight within a month could be a sign. Sleep changes, either you have insomnia, you don't sleep at all, or you're waking early in the morning, or you oversleep. That's the contrary, you sleep too long. You can feel anger or irritability, feelings of agitation, restless, or even violence. Your tolerance level is very low, your temper is short, and everything and everyone gets on your nerves. That I feel sometimes too. You can feel a loss of energy. You feel fatigued, sluggish, physically drained. Your whole body may feel heavy, and even small talks are exhausting and overwhelming and take much longer as usual to complete. Self-loathing, that is a feeling of worthlessness and guilt. You harshly criticize yourself for every little fault or mistake. Reckless behavior, such as substance abuse, compulsive gambling, reckless driving, or dangerous sports. Concentration problems, you have trouble to focus, you have trouble to make decisions or to remember things. And unexplained aches and pains could be a sign. An increased physical complaints such as a headache, backache, muscle ache, or stomach pain. All these can be signs of a depression. The depression signs can vary with gender and age. According to the age and gender, sometimes symptoms are differing between men and women, between old and young people. For example, depression in men, they are less likely to feel self-loathed and hopeless. Instead, they tend to complain about fatigue, irritability, sleep problems, loss of interest in work and hobbies. They also more likely to experience symptoms of anger, aggression, reckless behavior, and substance abuse. The depression in women is a little bit different. She's more likely to feel guilty, to excessive sleep, to overeat. She tends to weight gain. Depression as you know, depression in women is also triggered by hormonal factors during menstruation or pregnancy or menopause. And you may have heard about the postpartum depression, which happens. It's a depression that happens after you have gave birth to a child. Depression in teens. They don't speak about sadness, but they are more irritated, they deal with anger, agitation, they also deal with having trouble to focus, to concentrate on things at school, for example. But they also may complain about headaches and stomach aches and other physical pains. Depression in adults, in older adults, they can show like they are fatigued, they have those unexpected aches and pains. They, of course, have memory problems. They may also, and that's not that good, they may also neglect their personal appearance. And what's even worse, they can stop taking critical medication for their health. So types of depressions, as we said, depression can come in many shapes and forms. And of course, knowing what type of depression you have can really help you manage your symptoms and get the most effective treatment. Depression there are also causes and risk factors which triggers a depression, and that's good when we know them as well. I've written them down, and they are like risk factors that make you more vulnerable because you are in a weak situation. Could be loneliness and isolation. Lack of social support could be one. It could be genetic. You may have a family history of depression. You could have relationship problems like in your marriage or in your partnership. Of course, financial struggles are a big trigger to depression. But it could also be a trauma or an abuse you experience in your early childhood. It could be alcohol or drug abuse. It could be unemployment or underemployment when you're not happy with what you do in your job. And of course, it could also be health problems or chronic pains, which triggers depression. Of course, if you know the cause of your depression, that really helps to determine what kind of treatment you are going to have. And what can you do to feel better? I mean, when you're depressed, it feels like there is no light at the end of the tunnel. But there are many things you can do to stabilize your mood and to get better again. The key is just to start doing a few small things at the time to have small goals and then slowly build up from there, trying to do a little more each day, but take your time to do so. This makes you feeling better time after time, but what also can help you is by making those positive choices. It's automatically that you are going to feel better because you know I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to change this situation, and that alone can help you overcome this say disease or this momentous emotion. So what you can do is reach out to other people. Isolation triggers your depression, so reach out to friends and family, to loved ones. Even if you feel like don't wanting to do that and you prefer being alone, forget about that. Reach out to people. Reach out. Simply by having a chat face to face and being able to talk about your feelings can already be an enormous help for you. This person you talk to will not be able to fix your problem, and that's okay this way. It just has to listen to you carefully and and that's important, without judging you. That's the last thing you need in such a situation. Then the other thing you can do, get into motion. Do some exercise. Doing a regular exercise can really be as effective as an antidepressant medication and really can help relieve the symptoms. But you have to do it in a regular basis. Take short walk, listen to some music, dance around. Start with small activities and then build up from there every day. What you also can do is eat mood boosting and make a mood boosting diet. Reduce some foods that can affect or trigger your mood. such as avoid these kind of things for a certain time, like caffeine, alcohol, trans fats, too much sugar, or refined carbs, but increase instead mood-enhancing nutrition such as omega-3 fatty acids, for example. As you may know, our brain is made out of fat, so you're going to like you're going to clean all those brain tunnels. I don't have the right word to explain that, but I hope you understand me. Omega-3 fatty acids are very effective. Find a way to engage with the world again. Spend some time in nature, care for pets, care for old people, do some volunteer, pick up your hobby again you used to enjoy. No matter if you don't feel like to do it, but just do it and just learn to participate into the world again. You will immediately start to feel better. And when to seek professional help. If you think all the support from family and friends and beloved one and your positive lifestyle aren't enough to change the situation, I really advise you to find a therapist who can help you heal, because you have to heal from the inside. And where is it? Yes, because the therapist can go inside, can really check out the roots of your depression and go from there. And that's what you need to do. If you see that nothing helps, if you see that all the activities you have started aren't enough, it's not enough talking to friends and families, then really search for a good therapist who could really help you. I hope, yeah, that's it. I hope I could help you in some way. Of course, I hope you never experience a depression. And if so, you have here some tools to get rid of it or to help yourself. And I wish you for your life a happy and healthy one. And I hope you got some value out of this, and I see you in my next video. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and have a nice day or evening or night. Bye bye.